answer, because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just be you. The world awaits to receive you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Supposed to be streaming live on Rumble and something happened. So we basically gonna get to it and we probably end up let me see what's going on with Rumble. We're gonna do it again. Give me a second, guys. All right, let's see. See if we got started yet. If it ain't get started on Rumble, I'll be uploading on Rumble. All right, we had a little problem with the destination key. All right, so let's get this party started. Welcome, welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. We got some things to talk about tonight. We got some updates. I got some I told you so's like usual. Because I'm over here being psychic and stuff, just using my damn common sense on Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. But one of the first things before we get to the YSL trial updates as well as the Chrisean updates, I just wanted to actually now, just take a quick update because just before I went live, I got a breaking news update. And this is so sad because as I talked about in my last live stream on YouTube dedicated to Tasha K, she's playing chess, not checkers. And I think Tasha K caught a TKO. So now the source now wants to report after everybody kept saying, oh, Cardi B sees this, Cardi B sees that. And at this point, this is what they're reporting on as of June 3rd. Cardi B ordered to hold collection payment from vlogger Tasha K. So I'm not going to get into it in detail. We'll share a special broadcast for that because I actually want to talk about something that was really disturbing to me that occurred on YouTube probably a couple of months ago. I know I'm a little late, but I'm going to talk about it. It's Tony versus Tony the Closer versus Tasha K. And I really want to react to that video because I saw some reaction videos to it. And our Black community is terrible at times. I gotta say at times because a lot of y'all are sensitive. Talk about, don't you talk about us? Don't you talk about us? I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're terrible and disrespectful. Okay. The curses of Deuteronomy. Now you see what I got behind me. That's so I could behave. I need to behave, so I make sure I don't got that covered up. I ain't gonna be dropping those swear words or anything. Okay. So shout out to Tasha K. Gotta send love and blessings. On that note, somebody called a TKO. TKO. I'm all instigating. Anyway, I done told y'all. So let's move forward. Now we're going to be talking about the YSL trial. And this trial is out of control. Out of control. Out of control. We have two updates for you. I thought I just had one update where the Fulton County deputy is arrested. So we're going to go into that. And we're going to also talk about one of the lawyers' laptop being seized. So we're gonna do a short commentary on this, but when we come back on YouTube, we kind of like this following the YSL trial reaction video. We're gonna get into all this, okay? We can get into all this. So let me put it up on the screen. Y'all got it on the screen? I got it on the screen. All right. Let's find out what's going on with this person acting like a fool. You see how these young ladies want to sit there and risk their damn life for a man they probably can't even get no ping pong from. I don't even think so. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Investigators have arrested a Fulton County deputy after they say she attempted to smuggle things into the jail for a defendant in the YSL trial. That deputy is Akiba Stanley, and she's charged with reckless conduct, violation of oath of office, conspiracy to commit a felony, and more. Court documents say Stanley was communicating through a cell phone both in and out of the courtroom. The YSL trial is still ongoing, and jury selection is still in progress.
Exactly. This is literally the beginning. It is not even the trial yet. The trial didn't begin. It is literally jury selection. They are didn't happen. They're still going through it, and it's not completed. Let's say that. And they're seeing all these motions. So we was going into some of the crazy motions and how the judge is reacting. Now we're going to get into a little bit more detail because we need to understand how the judge is reacting. And I know he's about to locked up. They ain't gonna let her out. They gonna let her out, and it's a shame that she will risk her career for this nonsense. All right, let's listen.
We've got some new developments tonight involving yet another twist in this ongoing YSL RICO case. We're talking about a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy arrested earlier today and accused of trying to smuggle contraband to a defendant in the case. This deputy, Akiba Stanley, in this mugshot here, in the past hour, the Fulton County Sheriff announced she has been fired. And we have learned she was previously fired from the Atlanta Police Department when an investigation found she was unfit to serve as an officer. 11 Alive's Latasha Givens joining us now live in studio tonight. And in the past few hours, we received the arrest warrant for Stanley. So, Latasha, what is going on here?
Well, there's a lot to unpack, Jennifer. The deputy is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with Chrisean Eppinger by communicating with him on Instagram, visiting his cell, and trying to smuggle items to him. Now, you may recall Eppinger is accused of shooting an Atlanta police officer last year. He remains behind bars tonight, and the deputy is too. Akiba Stanley took an oath to serve and protect, but officials say her track record as an officer is now criminal. Her arrest warrants detail her having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate, visiting his cell, communicating with an inmate through Instagram, and trying to smuggle contraband to Chrisean Eppinger from one of his relatives. Eppinger is accused of shooting a veteran Atlanta police officer several times last year while he was being taken into custody. He's also a defendant in the YSL RICO case awaiting trial. Stanley's charges include a violation of oath of office, reckless conduct, and conspiracy to commit a felony. But this isn't the first time her conduct as an officer has been questioned. According to state records, Stanley started working for the Atlanta Police Department back in 2016. But during a 30-day period, she received several complaints. Some are outlined in this investigation obtained by 11 Alive. It states her actions during traffic stops made her unfit to be an officer. The investigation also found other officers complained about her behavior. She was terminated from APD back in 2018. Post-certification records also show Stanley was ordered to complete a 6-month ethics and professionalism course at her own expense back in 2020. She then began working at the Fulton County Sheriff's Office last October. And in a statement late this afternoon, the Fulton County Sheriff announced Stanley has in fact been fired, and he calls her actions reckless and put the lives of others in danger. Stanley was ordered to complete a 6-month ethics and professionalism.
I just want to put her back on the screen. Missy, where's she at? Well, crazy. So first and foremost, Miss Stanley, she probably one of those TikTok police. No disrespect to the TikTok police, y'all. I feel the same way that I feel about them TikTok nurses. Y'all on some BS. Now, I do some TikToks, but I ain't going to be doing them all day doing this nonsense or doing dancing and all this stuff. So some of them be going up there acting very unprofessional. Now, I got to talk. I know I'm a nurse. And every time, everything I say, it's professional. But I ain't doing this type of stuff. So I'm going to just call her out. She may be one of them TikTok police. And she already was discharged from one unit in the state for unprofessionalism, misconduct. And I would assume she probably was on the road on the traffic stop acting hood and ghetto if she has a connection to anybody in the YSL trial. And this is specifically a reflection as well as what we've been talking about, Fulton County Jail. Fulton County is ridiculous, okay? At this point, we already know it was an inmate death. We already know it'd be drug smuggling. We just went over them breaking through the walls in the showers to go somebody last week. Y'all remember all of that? So be careful, okay? Because I already told y'all, when y'all come to Georgia, y'all end up on papers. That's what Georgia love to do, put people on papers. So be careful. You could be the highest esteemed person, and they will find a way to put you on papers here. So you be careful, okay? Now, the next update on the YSL trial, which was a little stunning to me, I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Now, we already talked about prior, where they had tried to basically, arrest them. They actually did. One of the lawyers for one of the YSL defendants. It was the Spanish guy, the one that I like. He stood up for himself. You know, they try to say that he was bringing D-rugs in the courtroom. They did an unlawful arrest because he had prescription medications, and he literally had a smaller dose than what was prescribed on the bottle. So they tried to give him all these charges, and it was just a whole big song and dance. And from what we were getting from that was, it was supposed to be a circus. People prior to that, if you look at one of the reaction videos that we did, probably the first one of YSL, the second one, they talked about how they had a heads up that the prosecution office was going to do something wild. And then, if y'all notice, shortly after, you had actually the lawyer getting locked up, and that was around the same time where the other lawyer had to write a paper, and that lawyer that got locked up was supposed to buy his co-workers lunch and all types of stuff. And all of this is ordered by the judge, which is very out of pocket and unprecedented. Usually the judge, if they're gonna hold you in contempt, they're gonna make you pay a fine or make you go to jail. It's not usually all of this song and dance. So I do think that the actual judge is on his hiatus, and he needs to tone down. But that's just my opinion. Don't let him see it. Chrisean McCoy, he gonna be like mad at me. He gonna be like, "What you say? What you say? You want to be uncensored?"
More twists and turns in the Young Slime Life gang and racketeering trial as jury selection stretches into its 5th month. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Tom Haynes, in for Russ Spencer.
I'm Courtney Bryant. This week, an attorney had his laptop seized while in court, and now today, a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy has been arrested and booked into jail in connection with the case.
Fox 5's Tyler Finger joining us live from the Fulton County Jail tonight with the night's new details. Tyler?
Yeah, Tom, good evening to you. The Young Slime Life case continues to drag on, and we are no closer to a seated jury, let alone a verdict. Now, today, a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy arrested, charged in connection to the case.
Wow.
Sunday will mark 5 months since jury selection began in the Young Slime Life gang and racketeering trial. But so far, there's still not a single juror seated. For those watching from the outside, like lawyer Tom Church, what's happening in the courtroom is head-scratching.
It's descending into chaos. And every day seems to bring a new level of disorder.
Since court proceedings started in January, there have been several disruptions. Just this week, there have been 2. On Wednesday, Fulton County deputies seized the laptop of defense attorney Eric Johnson, who represents Christian Eppinger. The arrest warrant alleged Eppinger used the laptop in court to communicate with other YSL members who aren't in custody. Then on Friday, Fulton County Sheriff's Deputy Akiba Stanley was arrested for allegedly using a phone to communicate with Eppinger, both in and out of the courtroom. The sheriff's office says she also visited his cell and attempted to smuggle things into the jail for him.
But clearly there's been a breakdown here. We have attorneys getting arrested during these proceedings, having their computers seized. We have the judge who's holding lawyers left and right in contempt.
Besides the disruptions, Emory law professor Lindsay Barron says complicating the case is finding a jury that could devote the time needed to serve, since the trial could last months. She says trying each defendant separately could solve a lot of the issues because the case is having an impact beyond just that one courtroom.
It's not just slowing things down in Fulton County, it is slowing things down across the state because these lawyers can't focus on the other cases that they have.
Wow.
The Fulton County Sheriff calls his deputy's actions, quote, reckless, and says she's been fired. As for the jury selection for the YSL trial, that's expected to continue again next week. We're live at the Fulton County. On
Okay, let's just
Wednesday, Fulton County deputy.
I want to show that
disorder.
Since corpus of defense attorney.
Okay. Oh my God. I gotta say, oh my God, on this one. This is getting wild. This is not a typical case at all, guys. It's pretty exciting for me what's going on, but it's scary. This lawyer did the most reckless, dumbest thing ever. Okay. And by letting this gentleman named Eppinger, Mr. Eppinger must got some power. First and foremost, he got a girlfriend that's a correction officer smuggling him stuff. She got the nerve to be on Instagram, inboxing, like the FBI and everybody ain't watching what's going on. Okay? Because this is big. I know this is on the state level, but I would assume they got people phone taps and anybody who in contact with him, any of the defendants tap. Okay, that's first and foremost. Then you got this amazing lawyer that said, yeah, I love you to the end. You're gonna end up in jail. Let him communicate on his laptop with other people outside of the trial. That's part of the gang. Now we are definitely going to follow up with this. You see, my hands is shaking because I wonder what they have been communicating. You know, they're going to be trying to find out if they're trying to intimidate witnesses and all types of stuff. So I wanted to give y'all an update on the two things that happened in the YSL trial in the last week. Okay, we got a deputy that's indicted and locked up for smuggling, and now we got a lawyer laptop who sees. I would assume if anything happens and they find something, that lawyer is going to lose his license and be in deep doo-doo. So let's just keep our eye on it. You know how I am. Let's just pray for him. Let's just pray that he wasn't the damn fool that he seemed to be. Baby, okay, let's move on. Now we have another update on the tragic death of Takeoff. Okay, so I know a lot of people haven't been talking about this. This did happen about 5 to 6, 7 days ago. So I did want to talk about it because that was another tragic hip hop death, another tragic Black man who was killed, who was actually deemed by the public to be an amazing person. Everyone who talked about Takeoff. So this is Takeoff, alleged killer indicted for murder. This is criminal lawyer. Hold on. Nope, that ain't supposed to be criminal lawyer explains. That's the guy who I like. I was watching his video just recently. He's another good commentary. Okay, let's get to it. All right, look at this. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Before we start talking about this, and love and blessings to his family. So the alleged killer has been indicted by a grand jury. And we're going to talk about how I feel a little bit about this because it's just a little bit weird because it was like at first they was having such a hard time identifying who was the murderer in this situation, which was crazy because everybody was around in a circle. Everybody allegedly, I don't know the circumstances. They went from a post-basketball game to post-dice game, whatever it is. At that time, it was people congregating, and they had questions about who did it. Now, maybe that was based on the no snitching policy that people tend to live by. But at the end of the day, when the murderer is on the street, baby, y'all are all targets. So go ahead and be stupid. And I'm not telling you to go snitch, but all I'm saying is you better make the right decisions. You better make the right decisions. So I will hope this is the correct gentleman. They said alleged. What's going on? It was on camera. People was there. It was more than one witness. And this is the suspect stuff. Okay. So 7 months after the murder of the beloved Migos member Takeoff in the parking lot of in Houston, his alleged killer has been indicted for pulling the trigger that took the life of the Atlanta rapper. According to TMZ, a Texas grand jury indicted Patrick Xavier Clark for the murder of Takeoff, whose real name is Mr. Ball. I'm just calling his last name. Thursday, May 25th. Oh, it's about to be a year. And slapped him with murder charges on November 1st shooting. While it took a minute for police to track down the shooter, eventually authorities arrest Clark for the murder in the first days of December. And that's what I was saying, to track him down. So they knew who he was. And I wonder why they didn't release it to the public. I don't know if it made it easier for them to find it, but I think it was to identify him and track him down. Ultimately, Clark was sprung from jail in January when he posted a $1 million bond, but it looks like he might be reacquainted. I do apologize. The word just couldn't come out my daggone mouth. Reacquainted with the prison walls, as the grand jury felt that there was enough evidence to bring charges in the matter. Still, Clark's lawyer remains confident that his client will be exonerated when it is all said and done. Why does he feel so strong about that? That's what I'm saying. That's what we brought up at first. Like, why was it so hard for them to identify him, then bring him in? Don't just say that they was looking for him, because he didn't get that far. They didn't know who he was. Now, all them people, you telling me no one could have been anonymous? Okay. So Clark attorney Charles Moore tell us today actions by the grand jury is not unexpected. We would ask people to remember that getting an indictment requires meeting a very, very minimum standard of proof. Remember they say they can indict a ham sandwich? That's what all the popos say. And the lawyers, they say it, not me. So when we get inside the courtroom and in front of the juries, we will be able to put on our evidence and cross-examine the state witness, where the standards of proof is guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. We expect the jury will come back with a verdict. That's hype. I don't believe the hype. I had to shake my head. But behind a reasonable doubt, allegedly, that's what America's system is set up on. But I don't believe it. From what we've been seeing, it don't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt. The jurors sometimes are not educated and they are worn out. And all of this talking about evidence and all this stuff, baby, whatever they feel at the time, politically correct, I think that's what's going to happen. But as I said, don't talk too soon, lawyer. Even if he didn't do it, if they want him guilty, don't be guilty. So we shall see. This person said, we shall see. That's exactly what I just said. So for those who are familiar, we already know what happened. So we just talked about that. So now that it's been charges and going on trial for the Illin, his faith lies in the hands of juries of his peers, and the evidence the state has been assembling since the fatal night. So let's see what happened. We're going to keep you guys posted on that topic, because you know we always following court trials. And I told you something's not right with that. It's the reason why I'm saying it. I don't know why, but the elements and God and the Most High, yes, I do talk about God. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Will tell us. We're going to figure this out together, okay? So we're coming to the last topic that we'll be talking about on Instagram and YouTube, because the next topic is pretty controversial. So we're only going to be streaming on Facebook, and then we're going to upload to Rumble. But with that goes to say, we about to get into another I told you so. How did I didn't tell you so? Now I'm gonna make fun of her, and not really. I shouldn't make fun of this young lady, but she ain't got her shit together. I done told y'all what was gonna happen with these people, and now Chrisean over here looking stupid. Okay, and Blueface is just as stupid as her. God bless this man's soul. And the Puerto Rican girl that he got, or whatever she mixed with, because she ain't got no common sense up there looking like a fool. Okay, so before we get into Chrisean Rocks makes plans with another man and Blueface reacts, we're going to just take a little flashback. Let's take, and I'm not going to play it long because I know y'all got mad at me, but I done told y'all what was going to happen. So let's go back to the flashback that we have on YouTube right now. Chrisean Rock before Blueface. You remember? Do you remember what I said? I said this was a beautiful young lady. Look at her. Look at her. And we're going to get into it just a little bit. And then, wait, I want y'all to hear the infamous song that I told y'all she's going to be singing. Here we go. If you don't want to hear it, you're going to hear just a little bit right now. Let me show you an up-to-date of our Miss Beautiful Chrisean and her baby cakes, Blueface. Okay? Okay, I know y'all seen this. Y'all seen this plenty of times, but I think you really need to put in the account the before and after and how terrible this has turned out to be. You see this destructive? Look at this destructive. Look. This is the same young lady in the picture. Now, same young lady in the picture. Yes, you see that? That's the same young lady in the beautiful picture that we just saw. Look at him. He almost knocked her head off. That's violence. That's violence. What did you expect? So that's why I gotta kind of say I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna be that big sister, Chrisean, and say, baby, you caused this on yourself. Toxic ass Tina Turner love. Listen, TikTok, not even national, but TikTok, YouTube. Look at this. I believe the young youth is our future. And if we have a lot of you walking around, we're going to be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. But before you get destroyed, I want to share this with you. I found this something that I felt that if you continue down this path that you are going with Blueface, with I'm pregnant, I'm not pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm not drinking, I'm drinking, I'm doing don't know God's what, I'm kicking the walls down. I know my voice a little. Now I got another man. With raspy. I got another man. But let's get to this because we got exactly what I said Chrisean's going to be doing.
Always told me to be careful how love.
Chrisean.
And that he always told me to make sure he's right.
I'm going to stop right there because the last time I played this, I read it in the hole and I was aggravating myself doing it. I know I was aggy. I was like, you aggy doing this. But I was trying to tell y'all what was going to go down with her. And y'all saw it. But the sad thing is that the general public literally uplifted this type of toxic relationship to a certain extent. Many people try to warn her. And I know, a person going to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, what gives this relationship fuel is what I'm doing right now, talking about it. I'm just gonna keep it real. If people just stop talking about it and just let them just be and fizzle the hell out, because actually, I like the song that she came out with. I liked it. The beat was nice. I actually used that on one of my TikToks. So I think, like I said, she needs to focus on herself, loving herself and that baby. Because as you heard, she said she prayed for this one after having multiple abortions. God bless the baby's soul. Jesus saves. Also, now this guy's talking about the other baby mother going to take care of her because she's not fit. But she's fit enough for you to sleep with her. She's fit enough for you to get her pregnant multiple times, and now you dog her. This is a reflection, too, of the Black community. Say it's not. Other people do it. I don't care. I don't care what they're doing. I'm talking about us. Because you go Black people. Other people do it. I heard y'all. Other people. I don't give a damn. Excuse me. Ooh. I said I wasn't going to curse. I don't care. It's about us and the representation of us. Let's get to this article, okay? All right. The closer that Chrisean Rock and Blueface get to becoming co-parents, the more trouble in their relationship reveals itself to be. Earlier this week, the Californian public disses his Crazy in Love co-star for admitting that she prayed to God for another baby after previously undergoing 3 abortions. And this is how he said, you trapped me. No, God trapped you. Talking, and you with no protection, thinking that her body just a dumpster. That's what trapped you. See, you see people like this don't take responsibility. Also, his toxic mother. Oh my God. Try not even talk. I don't even talk about these people too much because they probably find me and try to beat me up. I don't fight. Y'all already know I ain't with the fighting. She's a little monster. Her whole family a monster. So don't come over here with that stuff. I done told y'all. All I did was to guard you now and protect your crown state. Yeah, a little scared of these people. Anyway, moving forward. So now, because she prayed to, admit to praying, that was his response. Now it seems he's getting a taste of his own medicine as a video of Rock making plans with another man is circulating online. First and foremost, why? That's why I should play that video again for you. Because that's why I gotta laugh at you, Chrisean, because you're oopid. The other word for stupid. Okay? That's first of all, not only attention seeking. You're already a star. Okay? Why would you put that out there? Won't you just chill, relax if you had another dude on the side? Because I'm gonna just keep it real. When I was pregnant with my son, my kid's father was all over the place. I ain't messed with nobody else, but this Caucasian European dude that really liked me. He used to take me out, feed me, everything. My kid's father was being a gangster and not doing what he's supposed to do. So with that goes to say, I was just enjoying the ride, but I didn't ride, and I kept it low. I wasn't to bring him home to my mama. I'm pregnant. I'm not gonna record him like, yeah. So Chrisean, I hope you're lucky you're pregnant because y'all be liking the fight. Y'all toxic, okay? It's unnecessarily. Anyway, clearly Blueface was feeling some type of way about the footage, and he took to his Twitter to get a few things off his chest last Monday. Is the difference between somebody lie about who they really are? I don't think she lied. I think that girl is very transparent. She cries every 2 seconds. Obviously, she was possibly, allegedly, I don't know. I can't tell you. Maybe bipolar. Maybe you got anxiety, depressed. I'm definitely depressed. I'm around with depressed. Okay? Crying all the time. So you knew who she really was. And then she knew who you really was because you're toxic. You're toxic. And I'm just going to say, black people, if you got an enabler as a mama, you make a son like this. Okay? I had a child by somebody like this. Cute hair and everything. Nice hair. Living with his mama. Didn't really do nothing. His mama always protect him. Hide the girls in the house. Don't that sound familiar? Enabler. Black women, don't you do it. You better learn from this. You're going to create a monster. He ain't cute. He cute, but he ain't that cute. So he also went on, he's like, there's a difference about somebody who lie who they really are. Somebody tells the truth about who they are. One is right, one is wrong. I let you decide. He just talk a bunch of shit. He ain't making no sense. I'm not about to read his nonsense. To conclude his rant, thank you, because I'm like, baby, I'm not about to read this trash. God, the 26-year-old added, don't worry about me, though. Don't worry about me, though. No, she shouldn't be. She pregnant. She got 2 people to worry about. The fuck? You big loser. I'm going to make you look up to Jada like I made you look up to the last one. While many were unaware of Rock Act at the time Blueface post, it is now being made crystal clear what he was tweeting about. Over the Instagram, he also reacted to a video of his on and off again lover chatting with another man. Comments that his comment to that is, that's why she gets treated the way she gets treated. Ha ha ha. Whatever. And it is true. I got to give it to him. Men ain't gonna have respect for you when you act like that. But guess what, women? Sometimes when you're a good woman, men don't have respect for you either. So just be prepared and call a dog, and a piece of and kick them out or walk away. Like I've been telling Chrisean, walk away fast, run. Okay, we about to conclude this topic about Chrisean. In the recent weeks, the 23-year-old has expressed the desire to raise her baby without its father. In the picture, seeing as he offered her money to consider an abortion in the past, that's probably for the best. Do you think Chrisean Rock is in the wrong for making plans with another man while carrying Blueface baby? Personally, I think she needs to be making plans on herself. She needs to be making plans on herself, getting herself together, healing her depression, healing her pain, I can't diagnose her, but she got a lot of healing when it comes to mental diagnosis. Because when she has that baby, I will pray, and I pray that this is not a prediction. I do pray that she does not have postpartum depression, because the way she acting now, every time saying, "Yeah, sleep with me." Y'all remember all of that? Really, really, really toxic, really just disgusting. I don't like it. So anyway, what we're going to do is actually start to in the live on Instagram as well as YouTube. The only reason why is because the next topics that we get into is a little bit more wild, and I don't want YouTube to censor the video. So if you want to hear it, the rest of it, then y'all need to come on to my other platform. If you want to hear it, here it go.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.